family, and welcome back to Girlgetupp. I am your host, Jaira. And for the ones that are new with us, we welcome you. For the ones that are not familiar with Girlgetupp, we are a platform designed to inspire, educate, and empower women in the urban community. Stay tuned. Hey guys. So before we get started, I would like to introduce you guys to Paul from the Red Bookshelf. Paul, do you mind introducing yourself?
I'm Batman, and thanks for having me. I really appreciate this. You know, I love what you're doing. You know, I love the platform that you're giving people. I love amplifying your voices. So I'm honored to be a guest, in all honesty. Thank you.
Thank you, Paul. We appreciate you. We do. Okay, so Paul.
You didn't expect that, did you?
No, I didn't. You kind of like knocked me off, but that was like really cute.
Got
Thank
you.
you. Oh.
Yep, see, look at you.
All right, so Paul, to our viewers who don't know you, let's familiarize them with you and the work it is that you do for the Red Bookshelf.
Okay. I'm currently executive director over at the Red Bookshelf. And that's a large part of what I do because I do a lot of community work and workshops, and the Red Bookshelf gives me the opportunity to kind of bring everything under one umbrella. The Red Bookshelf has existed for about 10 years, and the short version is, you know, they go around, they give kids books. The idea is if we give kids books, they'll read them. We've seen kids put down their phones and actually pick up books. I've seen kids put down their tablets and pick up books, and I was like, that's never going to happen, ever. I was like, that's not going to clear, but it did, and I was happy to be wrong, you know? So now we have bookshelves all around. We have some in schools. We have some in doctor's offices where all the books are free. Kids can just go up, grab a book, take as many as you want. All we care about is that people are reading, you know? Right. So, you know, that's what the Red Bookshelf does, and then with some of my community work, I'm able to kind of merge the two. So, you know, I'm Batman, so one of the things that we do in our after-school programs and whatnot is a superhero academy, right? So I have people come in, we dress up as the superheroes, we get the outfits and all that, and we talk to the kids about being superheroes, about being stand-up people, you know? But I also ask them, I say, listen, what makes somebody a superhero? First they're like, oh, laser eyes, this, that, and the third. Oh, okay. Then they say, oh, courage, helping other people. And I'm like, okay, cool. So who's a superhero in your everyday life? Then they start to identify people in their community that they think are superheroes. Then I ask them, if you could be a superhero, what would your name be? What would your powers be? They, oh, I'm Ice Cream Girl, this one girl said. It was dope. And I said, okay, who would you save? She said, oh, I'll protect my block because this, that, and the third, I heard you. One girl said, I'll save the whales. Cool, heard you. Somebody had to do it, you know what I mean? But either way, it's character development. You know, we're planting seeds that I can't wait to see what will happen in 10 years. If all these kids grow up thinking they're superheroes, they're going to help everybody, they're going to change the world. What? What does that look like, you know? So with the Red Bookshelf, we're able to give kids books. You know, we have them reading so they do better in school and things like that. And then at the same time, we're bringing the superheroes into it. We're making it fun. So besides me being Batman in a very real way, it works with my day-to-day and what we do and how we go around and kind of save the city.
Okay, so Batman, let's touch bases. I'm ready, okay?
Yep, heard you.
Why are you Batman?
Right. So I get this question a lot, and it's absolutely fine. First and foremost, you know, I'm not a rich white guy, so we'll get that part out of the way. I get that. People on Facebook be like, but you're not a white guy. Oh, really? Thanks. I wasn't sure about that. Anyway, but my thing is, when I was in school, I was an English major, right? So everything that I see is more about the character profile, you know, who that person is. And, you know, take away the capes, this, and the third, Batman was somebody that something bad happened to him when he was little. He decided, listen, they took my parents, but I'm going to make sure it don't happen to nobody else. I'm going to make sure other people don't happen to, you know, they find their way out. So for me, you know, my father passed when I was 3, and my mother's blind. So I was super duper poor, straight up, you know what I mean? And my mother knew she needed help. So boom, what she did was she got me in programs. So I was in a Big Brother, Big Sister program. Meanwhile, you know, my friends is, you know, just chilling, doing what they do. But on the weekends, I'm going snow tubing and whatnot. So I'm like, oh, life is good, you know, but it can be better, you know? So I'm like, oh, this is great. So I was in that program. I was in this program called Sponsor a Scholar after school. It helped me get into college. You know, it helped me visit campuses, different stuff like that.
Are these programs still around?
I'm actually on the board for Sponsor a Scholar now, and that's really fly, right? Because I get to talk to all the kids, and I'm like, listen, I literally sat in that chair. I literally was going on a college trips like you were. Bro, let's go. You know, anything is possible, and I'm not just chatting, you know what I mean?
Okay, King.
So, you know, but that's what we do, you know? So I forgot what your original question was. 'Cause I started clapping. I felt good. I got distracted, you know. But
well, you was introducing yourself and getting us comfortable with Batman.
Yeah. So, you know, that's my thing that, you know, I realized that programs and stuff like that helped me get out. So my thing was, you know, if something bad happened to you, you could choose bad way or good way. You know, if you get robbed, you can be like, listen, I'm robbing everybody from now on. Or you could be like, listen, I don't want nobody else to get robbed. Well, however you pick. And for us, me and my team, you know, I have Robins, you know, we have our Teen Titans, I have a Justice League, other people who feel just like I do, you know. We stand on what we stand on. We don't sacrifice our morals, but we do community work because we feel like it's the right thing to do, you know. So like I was saying, we had a previous conversation before this, but like I was saying, with some of my programs, when I need help and I need partners and I need to rely on my network, I have other people that even though I don't have powers as Batman, I have some friends that got superpowers that can come in and we make things happen.
Reaching out to the
you know
Justice League.
Exactly. So, you know, with that, and like I said, I have young people that, you know, I want them to be better than me, you know? So I have my man Khalil, Nightwing, what's up, bro? You know, shout out.
Hey, Khalil.
And also my man Lukey, shout out Red Hood. He's he's running for mayor right now. He's trying to take over everything, you know?
Oh, take over.
But, you know, the whole point is, you know, they're my young guys, you know, but I love them and I feel like they're going to be better than me one day. Because I'm old, you know, cool. I take that. They're young. And if they're doing stuff that I'm trying to do 10 years before I was, imagine where they'll be in 10 years. You know what I mean? So I have the Batman and Robin thing. You know, I don't sleep really. Like, I'm on mad boards and I do this and a third, but I believe we spend time on what we care about. So on my Batman stuff, that's how it goes. Sometimes I don't ask for help when I should. That's kind of how Batman is too. You know what I mean? Because again, it's more about the character and the profile, the personality, who that person is. Less about the cape and this, that, and the third, you know? So again, also, one more thing and then I'm stopped because I gotta...
No, I love it. Keep going.
But just like I said, you know, with everything, it matches up because, you know, I lost my father and, you know, my mother's blind, whatever. I was separated from a lot of my family for a long time. And a lot of what that turned into is moving forward was I hold on to people. You know, I cherish people. And I started building my own family, you know, taking the people that I love, that love me, and saying, listen, I'm keeping you close to me no matter what, you know? And that's kind of with my Batman stuff, with my Robins, why I hug them so close. And I'm like, nah, listen, bro, we got this, you know? Because I don't want them to be out in the cold like how I was. And, you know, and they have their families and whatnot, so I'm not saying it's like that. But I just try to give whatever value I can. You know what I'm saying?
That is so dope.
Now I'm going to stop. But I just had to explain that Batman thing. You know, I was ready for that question, I promise you.
Wow, no, that's really dope. I'm over here all like, oh, you don't really hear many men talk like that, so that's good. And we in the community, we appreciate you. So, obviously, it's February. It's Black History Month. Is there any things that you guys got going on this February?
We're going to save the city.
Okay.
Nah, but I mean, specifically, I really believe in storytelling, right? And the power of narratives. So at the Red Bookshelf, we have a workshop series called The Art of Storytelling. And we're able to kind of focus on telling your story in different ways. Because again, at the Red Bookshelf, our goal is literacy. We want you reading, we want you writing. But again, it doesn't have to be boring. It doesn't have to be the same old thing. So again, Nightwing, Khalil, my Robin, he's actually going to be running a workshop with Youth FX where we teach people, young people, to come in. You write your own script. You know, you write the dialogue, you write everything, you write the storyboards.
Is there any age requirements?
Yeah, we're going with high school kids for this one.
Okay.
You know, we have different workshops that are age appropriate for different ages. This particular one is for high school kids. It's going to be during the break.
Okay.
It's going to be a crash course where we have somebody who's going to come in and teach them low-key acting skills. We have somebody that's going to teach them the production, how to shoot the cameras and everything else. But again, as long as they're reading and writing and they're practicing and writing scripts and all that, that's literacy. I'm good with that. You know what I mean? Because you're still practicing those skills, but at the same time, you're making movies. And you get to make your own movie as a young person, like, that's fire to me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's different. So it's like we're pushing literacy, but we're doing it in different ways. And then with our younger kids, one of the things that we're doing is I have an author, shout out to Marcus Mulholland, good brother.
Hey, Marcus.
He's a black author. He's Jamaican. He actually wrote a book with black characters that are Jamaican, that the story is about Aki and Sawfish and this, that, and the third, and like regular things. But what we did was we bought a bunch of his books, and we're going to give them to a school, elementary school, and then we're going to have him jump on a Zoom and talk to the kids at the end after they finish the book. So he's going to talk to them about the book that he wrote with black characters that look like them, this, that, and the third, and he's going to tell his story. You know what I'm saying? And now we have another author. Shout out to my man Ty Allen Jackson.
Hey, Ty.
Super Duper Kid. He wrote a book called Super Duper Kid, where black kids are superheroes and this, that, and the third. And I'm like, wait, man. I said, hold on. You wrote a book about kids being superheroes, and they're black kids in the book, and you're a black author? Bro, get over here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, again, we bought a bunch of those books. Same thing. We're going to give that to the thing. And we're going to call that's our writer's walkthrough. So our writers are going to walk the kids through their books, tell their stories as black authors, and tell them, bro, this is how you make a book, whatever the case may be. So moving forward, I'm trying to have young people make their own books and publish their own books. We're going to work that out. Like, we got some plans for that. But we have some music programs we're going to do. And also, and I'm saying it right now, we're going to do a $1,000 contest. We have some murals that are around the city of Albany, and I love them to death. I know the artist. Shout out to Jade, Trash Kid, huh? But she's done some incredible murals all around the city, and a picture's worth 1,000 words, you know? So we're going to have a contest, write 1,000 words about what that piece means to you, and the winner gets $1,000.
Wait, when is this going to be? Viewers, make sure your kids, your high school kids, your nieces, your cousins, get everybody involved. This is $1,000 cash money.
And that's world-breaking news. You know, I just announced that here. I ain't even say it on Facebook yet.
You heard it here first. Girl,
exactly.
Get up. So wait, how would they sign up? For the ones that do want to get involved, how would they register or sign up to, like...
Well, one of the things we're going to do is it's going to be an ad that's on your Facebook and your YouTube page. So they can definitely go to your page to find more information. So when we have the registration link, we'll make sure that we share that with you. And then you check your page to sign up.
Okay, so you heard them. It's definitely going to be here. So make sure you are staying tuned and you're liking, subscribing here. Thank you, Paul. So wait, I know you guys do other things with the children within the community. Do you want to mention some other things that you guys are hands-on with?
Yeah, so I'll speak more to what I do, right? Because what I do is not just the Red Bookshelf.
Right.
You know, that's my 9 to 5. Outside of that, you know, I'm on the board for Albany Fund for Education, right? And with that, we were able to get like 300 laptops and just give those right to families and kids that needed them. It's fire. Like I said, I'm on the board for sponsors.
You are like hands, feet. You are in. I love it.
You know, we do what's right because it's right, and that's the only reason we need.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, you know, we do the sponsor scholar thing, you know, we're board with AFE. I'm on the board for A Village. You know, we do a bunch of work over in the South End.
So what is A Village?
A Village is a community group that focuses on improving the lifestyle and life quality for residents in the South End of Albany. Right, so they've Mississippi Day, you know, when we have Mississippi Day over in Lincoln Park and stuff like that, like they put on different community events. Right now, the South End Market, shout out to my man Swain, he's been working very hard and put together an incredible market down in the South End where vendors can come, you know, they sell their vegetables. There was somebody there they were selling honey that had like bacon in it or something like that, like wild flavors that I was like, yo, I've never even seen this before. But, you know, he put an incredible thing together down in the South End. So with A Village, you know, we do things like that. I'm also on the board for the CPRB, the Community Police Review Board. So we get the complaints and stuff from the police department. We go over those and we try to make sure that things get a little bit better. I'm also on the community leadership team for a program called LEAD. And that's a program where the police can divert people from arrest if it's a nonviolent offense. The idea is if you arrest somebody who's homeless for trespassing, he's just going to be homeless tomorrow when he gets out.
Right.
What are we doing? You know what I mean?
Right.
So we have the option to divert him. We can say, you know what? Work at Catholic Charities. They'll help you get on your feet, this, that, and the third. Once that happens, don't even worry about the arrest. It don't go on your record. We're not even going to arrest you. Cool.
Okay.
And that would be good, but unfortunately the program has racial disparities, and then the mayor tried to debo the program and take it from us and cut the community out of it.
So is this program like non-existent, or
the program exists, and the problem with the program was it's a great program, right?
Right,
you know,
it sounds awesome.
Right, it's really a great idea. But the difficulty was once we started to notice the racial disparities in the program, it became an issue. My community leadership team, we were tasked with telling people in the community what the program was, you know, what was going on, and also checking the data from the arrest to make sure everything was everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we would get the data and we'd see, for example, most recently, I think there were 3 times as many black people eligible for diversion as white people, yet there were still more white people diverted than black people.